What's up guys, it's Vive Chief here, and today I'm going to be showing you simple investments that you can make pretty much every day on FIFA 23 and some of the easiest ways that you can make coins with the content that EA is releasing. But before we get into that, we need to go over today's content. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 5% off at checkout. Now let's get right into this video. Alright boys, so diving into today's video, today is Monday, July 31st. We're going to be going over the content that we just got, and today we got some really nice content for making coins. The main thing that we got is we got an 85 times 10 upgrade pack. As you can see here, it is repeatable twice every 24 hours for the next 6 days, which is kind of nuts for an 85 times 10. Last week we got the 84 times 10. Now we have the 85 times 10. So I'd imagine this is again going to be something that people are completing as much as possible. So we're going to be seeing most people that are playing the game doing this twice a day for the next week. Now, if we look at the requirements here, it requires an 84 rated squad and an 86 rated squad with a team of the week or team of the season card. So with these requirements, this is just like the icon pack that we got yesterday, that 92 plus attacker icon pack, where it's kind of requiring lower rated squads here. I think the icon had an 84, 85, and 86 rated squad, and this requires an 84 and an 86. So what this does is it actually raises the price of a lot of these lower rated players, and especially 83s, which a lot of people can't really wrap their head around. But the reason for this is because when people are opening all these upgrade packs, especially the 85s times 10s and whatnot, they're packing all these 87, 88 rated cards. So all they really need to fill these squads out is 83s. Now 84s, 85s are also going to rise, but 83s seem to be the main item that are having the biggest rises. And we saw this in yesterday's video. I mentioned it. I went and picked up a bunch of 84s at yesterday's content. And while I was still making 1,000 to 1,500 coins a card, the 83s were kind of like the real coin makers. And you can see I still have some like 84s lazy listed up because I think those are going to continue to rise. However, with today's content, I went and just tested the waters again. I picked up some 84s and some 83s just to kind of see where these prices would go. So I picked up 84 Party and 83 Jesus here. So Party I was picking up for about 5,400, and Jesus, if we take a look here, if EA's game wants to load, I was picking up for about 3,500. And this was right when content released. I saw that 85 times 10 SBC, and I headed to the market and started picking these cards up. And again, we call that rash investing, just when you quickly look at content and go buy the cards that you think are going to rise in price. And that is probably the easiest way to make coins on FIFA, as long as you know what you're looking for. So what I want to do is quickly just go in here and kind of see what these prices are actually looking like for these cards. So Party is up to about 66, 6,700 coins. So again, the 84 is up 1,200 coins from where I bought them. So not bad, but again, I think the 83s are going to be where the real money is made at. Number one, they're a little cheaper, so you're losing less tax. You can buy more of them, so on and so forth. Let's see what Jesus is going for at the minute. None for 46. Just saw that one there for 43. Let's go to 4,800 coins. Still nothing there really. So these are looking like they're up at least, like, yeah, they're up about 1,500, 1,400 coins at the moment. So still some really nice profit on those. And I'm recording this about 35 minutes after content, which I think is typically like a reasonable time to list these cards up. I know around like later in the day yesterday, Fabian, for example, was like 4,300 after content, and he went all the way down to like 2,800. I want to show you that as well, just to show you the kind of like trends that we see in those cards and why it's important to sell at the correct time. So even if I just go hourly for yesterday, you'll see, I mean, he jumped up to about 4,600 here from 2,700. So about a 2K jump right there. And then you can see by the end of the day, he's about 3,800. So down about 800 coins. And then today, all the way back down to 2,800 in the morning. So pretty big differences there in those cards. So definitely important to get those sales out the window. So want to be able to list these around the correct times, which again, I typically within the hour of content is typically a fine time to list these. I want to say I'll just list these like 4,800. I think I bought 5 Jesuses and 10 parties here, so nothing crazy. It's again when I'm doing these videos at this point in the year, I just want to put it out there just to show that I am doing this. I could do it in larger quantities, like go buy a bunch of these cards and make a ton of coins, but I'm just not too worried about my coin balance at this point in the year. It's more just to show you guys what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So this kind of SBC content is huge. And something you can do with this as well is since this is something that gets released every single day, it's going to refresh and people can do this 2 more times. What you can do is watch these daily trends with these cards, like I just talked about with Fabian and with any other 83s. Watch these daily trends. Wait for these guys to drop at night and even into the next morning, and then look to sell them at content the next day. Because I think every day we could see a trend like this where they jump at content when people are doing the SBCs, and then they just drop into the night. So that's something we can do as well, and I'll definitely attempt to do. I'll be watching the prices tomorrow morning and tonight to see, if we get a drop back to where these cards are, especially if these 83s are at 3,500 like they were today, and if the 84s are at 5,500 like they were today, and we're able to just get cards and constantly flip them for 1K, I think that's going to be very important. So that's another thing there is just with something that refreshes every day, being ready for it to refresh every day, because a lot of people are just going to wait until after content and buy these cards, and it shoots the price of them up. So that was kind of like our main thing that impacted the market that we got today. We did get a Eusebio SBC as well that we'll jump into and kind of look at the price as well. I want to bring up his price on Footbin. Actually, I haven't seen what his actual price is for the SBC. So we'll take a look at that, but obviously going to be a ridiculous card. Very expensive, but there is a difference between expensive and overpriced, as I always like to say with these kind of SBCs. And he is going to be 5-star, 5-star as well, which is nuts. The thing is, it's just so hard to judge, especially like SBC cards at this point in the year, because everybody has so many coins and there's so many like high level tradable cards that you can get for so cheap that it is just really, really difficult to judge an SBC, especially something like a Eusebio, like the Maldini SBC, that again, crazy, but expensive considering how cheap a lot of the players on the market are. So if we go ahead and jump in, let's go check out that Eusebio SBC here. So we can see here, 94 rated Eusebio here, foot birthday icon, I believe. So 5-star, 5-star, 5'9", high medium. Obviously, perfect shooting, perfect pace. Passing is fine. Dribbling is fine. I mean, he's got every key stat. His stamina is high. No really great traits here. I mean, he's got the flare trait, which is nice. Power free kick doesn't really matter all too much there. And he can only play striker, center forward, which, you wish he could maybe play like one of those winger spots if you're trying to fit him into a team. But it says currently he's coming in around 1.3 million. Now, this card is going to be absolutely nuts in game. Don't get me wrong. And if you're, doing your 85 times 10 every day, it's going to be easy to craft. But in terms of like the actual price tag on him, if you're spending a lot of liquid coins on this card, I think it's definitely worth avoiding if you're going to spend a lot of liquid coins. If you're going to grind those SBCs, I 100% think he's worth it because it'll be easy to accumulate these squads. But I would avoid spending coins on this because I think there's just a lot better tradable options out there. And you can hang on to your coins and try some more cards. Whereas like a Roberto Carlos card here, I think this guy is honestly probably worth just, even if you're going to spend coins, like this is easily the best left back in the game. He's 870k, and again, craftable if you want, but even worth dumping the coins into. So that's kind of my thoughts on the Sabio SBC. And then I believe we got 81 plus player picks as well. That should be here somewhere. So completely repeatable. 1 of 4, which is really nice. Not 1 of 3 player pick, 1 of 4. So 4 options will pop up. I would imagine it requires an 80 rated team. Oof. That's kind of brutal, but man, 80 rated team. I mean, You could even see a jump in like 81s and 82s with requiring an 80 rated squad, which could lead to some really nice trading opportunities here. I want to see if any of those have gone up in price here. So if I go to the Footman cheapest by rating page, like what are the odds like 80s, 81s? I mean the cheapest 81 right now is 1.3k. The cheapest 82 is 2.4k. Yeah, so this is it's getting crazy. Yeah. 81s, 82s, everything is up in price at the moment. So if you're on a low budget, a really easy way to make coins, I would imagine, is to just sit here and bid on 81s, especially those commons. I think are going to be really, really easy to bid on. Now, there's not going to be as many of them as the rares, obviously, but right now it says Mario Guts is about 1,600 coins, and you can see we just got a bunch of open bids here on him. I'd be interested to see some of the rares, how much people are bidding on these. But yeah, I think especially with like this point in the year, you're gonna see a lot of people just dumping tons and tons of coins into these player picks. So gonna be a lot of volume. Again, 650 coin bids across the board on this Ricardo Horta card, and he's 1.5k at the moment. So kind of crazy. We're big rises on those 81s, 82s. So you can just kind of like pick a player, anything 80 rated, 81 rated, 82 rated, and sit there and bid on those cards. So really easy coins to be made right now. And you can see we are getting quite a few sales here. All of my Canaleses are selling for 6.2k to those lazy buyers now. Parties selling for 6.5k. We got 6.6k there. So again, could still see some rises, but all my Jesus has gone for 4,800. So not too upset with where I sold those cards at. I think they do drop tonight and into tomorrow morning, and there's potential to reinvest, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So again, likely I will be back to streaming, and we'll be streaming on YouTube here. And honestly, maybe a stream the next couple days. There won't be one Tuesday, which is when this video is either going to be uploaded Monday night or Tuesday. And then I think the rest of the week we should have streams then, which we can kind of go over this stuff. You guys can get your questions in and everything like that. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.